So let's join Tony Rigopoulos now, who's a journalist at the Documento newspaper and is joining us from Greece right now. Tony, any further updates on this loss of life?
Hello, Martin. I'm afraid that no, we don't have any news as far as the survivors are concerned. We only have 104 survivors, and as the days and hours pass, I think that the hopes for to find more survivors are diminishing by the hour. Um, the the estimates say that more than 500 people might have been in the vessel and are now in one of the most one of the deepest parts of the Mediterranean. So this is a really awful story that we've been reporting on since 2 days ago.
Yes, but it's a wider story than this, isn't it? Because we have our own story about migrants, I suppose, coming across the channel from France to England. For those people living in the Mediterranean, whether you're in Greece, whether you're in Italy, some other countries affected too, this is a constant story that keeps repeating itself as people try and get away from North Africa.
Exactly. We've been facing this story, especially since 2013, and also after the war in Syria started. We had a huge influx of refugees and migrants coming in from Turkey. I'm sure you remember the infamous Moria camp, or also the stories that came up more recently with the pushbacks that the Greek government was pushing back migrants towards Turkey. But also right now, the other problem is that many people are trying to find another way to reach Europe through North Africa. That's the case in this incident too. This vessel started from Egypt. Until now, we thought it had started from Libya, but last night we got some new information that it started from Egypt. And their goal was to try to reach the shores of Italy. So they passed through international waters. This was the search and rescue region assigned to Greece by the IMO, where the incident happened. And I'm afraid that, and actually, most of the people right now in Greece are demanding answers about how this happened and who's to blame, who has the responsibility for what's happened. And I'm afraid that the Greek authorities actually had the opportunity to save hundreds of lives, and for some reason they chose not to.
That's consistent, though, Tony, isn't it? Greece has been quite firm in its wanting to deter migrants coming into the country. They would prefer they go to Turkey. They would prefer they go to Italy.
Exactly. It's exactly as you say it. Usually what we've been seeing, and of course the government has been denying it on many levels, but the reports from, especially from international media, show otherwise. The government has been pushing back migrants against, of course, the international law towards Turkey. And in this case, I think that what they did was they tried not to rescue those people while they were in the waters that were controlled by Greece, hoping that the vessel would actually reach the shores of Italy, so it would be the problem someone else. So yesterday, actually, we reported in here in Documento that even though the Coast Guard was shadowing this vessel for several hours, they chose not to implement the rescue protocols. And one of the most important aspects of the story is that one of the largest and most modern lifeguard boats was actually docked in a port very close to the sinking site in Peloponnese, the port of Yithion, for anyone who's been here, but was never ordered by the Coast Guard to intervene in the incident.
Tony, thank you very much indeed for the update. Tony Rigopoulos is a journalist at the Documento newspaper. LBC News will have the headline.